Hello and welcome to the 30k channel, a channel dedicated to games set in Horus Heresy. I'm your host, David Brains, and we are lucky enough to have Paul and Dyson returning for a second game.
For a rematch.
Oh yeah.
Blood shall be spilt.
Now, last time we were, 2,000 points in the open ground, weren't we? We were on a normal 4x4, 6x4, I can't quite remember.
I think it was a 6x4.
Yeah, it was, But no, this time we're in Zone Mortalis.
The zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Got hammered last time, so it's my opportunity to try and get my own back.
Now, it's worth mentioning as well that none of these blokes have played Zone Mortalis before. So
yeah, this is true.
Yeah, so we're doing this one quick format, Centurion style. Thank you to the Eye of Horus podcast for that lovely little rule set. We love it loads. So we've done Centurion style here, more or less. Lots of infantry, lots of guns. You've got loads of assaulty type stuff, haven't you?
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah,
so going to go at it.
Definitely going to go at it.
Just get on it.
Just tactical, straightforward.
Now,
Tactics. Run.
Just charge. Yeah. Now we must say thank you to Dyson because he told us a really great story when he got here about his painting efforts in the last couple of days. You've been pushing hard, haven't you?
Been very brushing hard. Yeah. It's been a close one the last couple of days. I've had a lot of things going on, and I really only sat down the last couple of days to do a couple of units and an apothecary, and basically I thought I'd finished it about 12:30 last night, but I hadn't. I had a base to make and build, so that got done sort of this morning and back at lunchtime.
Brilliant. So I really appreciate the effort.
That's all right.
And it does, both forces, the channel won't do them justice. They are both absolutely spectacular. Really, really awesome forces. And hopefully we'll get some photos later and you'll get some really good shots of those armies. You've both got some really awesome lists. The number of models is quite similar as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's reasonably close, isn't it?
Yeah. We're very close. Both got Terminators, good few units.
Yeah.
Of infantry.
Some powerful HQs in both of you as well, haven't you? You've got some tooled up Praetors and various bits and bobs. Now, the mission we're playing today, we are playing an invasion mission on a Hammer and Anvil deployment. So essentially, you've got to get your scoring units, which are elites and troops, in the opposing players for 3 points. There's a point for Slay the Warlord, First Blood, and a point for each unit you destroy. So we're encouraging movement. And killing, which I think you both are probably quite good at, I would imagine.
Yeah, usually quite up and forward. So, yeah.
And the great thing is we're playing on such a big board, there's going to be a lot of out-manoeuvring with these guys as well. And I know, Dyson, you've got some vets, haven't you?
The lazy man's heresy, yeah. Had to be said. But yeah, the last few games I've sort of run vets a bit more, and they've really been doing it for me, so hopefully they'll carry on with that today. Yeah,
and if they can outflank much further down the board than Paul's willing to go, he's got to decide whether he's going to commit his forces forward or he's going to retain some in the back to prevent those vets from scoring. So, it'll all unfold in front of our eyes, I'm sure.
Yeah, or forget about them entirely, scream at the board and then cry when they come in behind me. I think it's probably the way I'll do that.
Brilliant.
It's not like us to come in behind anyone, is it?
Now, we are playing full Zone Mortalis rules here, so if you are unfamiliar with those rules, we will take you through a few of them during the game, but you guys know Heresy, you know what it's all about. We're not going to baby you through this one, but obviously go to the Forge World website if you haven't read the rule set, but they are there, and we are using every single rule. It's worth noting that doors are not locked to either of you, and you don't control either of them.
No.
So you can just push the button and the door opens up, no problem at all. So we're not, you might want to shoot doors, you might not, I don't know, but we'll find out.
You're the masochist, so you probably will.
More likely to be shooting at you, miss. And just
just hit a door.
Is there victory points for killing lots of doors?
I'm sure we can write it in if you want it. I'm looking forward to this. Gents, I think we're going to go into your list, aren't you? See what you got.
Yeah.
And then we'll take it from there.
Cool.
Good stuff. We'll see you in a second.
2,000 points of Night Lords using the Terror Assault Rite of War, and the Praetor has the Warlord trait Master of Offence. HQ, Night Lords Legion Praetor, armed with Cataphracti Terminator armour. He's got Trophies of Judgment, which makes equals Fear, Digital Lasers, Paragon Blade, and a Combi Bolter. I've also got a Primus Medicae. He's also in Cataphracti Terminator armour. He's armed with a Thunderhammer and a Combi Bolter. First elite choice, Contemptor Mortis Dreadnought, armed with twin Caries of Pattern Assault Cannons and extra armour. Second elite choice, a unit of Cataphracti armed Atrementar Terminators. The Sergeant carries a Nostraman chain glaive. The rest of the unit has 1 Lightning Claw, 3 Power Fists, 1 Chain Fist. There's a Plasma Blaster in there, and the rest of the squad are armed with Combi Bolters. Troops. First of 3 troop choices. These are a Terror Squad. Because of the Rite of War Terror Assault, they do count as troops choices. The Sergeant is armed with Artificer Armour and a Nostraman chain glaive. The rest of the squad is armed with Volkite chargers, and they all come with chainswords and bolt pistols. I've actually got 2 squads the same of these. Third troop choice, Night Lord's Terror Squad. This squad is armed with bolters. The Sergeant has Artificer Armour and a Power Fist. Heavy support, 1 7-man squad of missile launchers. The Sergeant is armed with a missile launcher, the same as the rest of his men.
2,000 points of Blood Angels using the Zone Mortalis Assault Force Rite of War and the Attacker Force Organisation chart. The Praetor has the World Burner trait. Blood Angels HQ, we have a Praetor outfitted in Tartarus pattern Terminator armour. There's an Iron Halo, digital lasers, a mastercrafted Paragon Blade. He's joined by a Terminator Command Squad with a Heavy Flamer, 2 Chain Fists, and a Grenade Harness. Blood Angels Elites. We have 2 veteran squads that are identically armed. They have Marksman. The Sergeant has Artificial Armour and a Power Fist. There's 2 Plasma Guns, Vexilla, and Melter Bombs throughout the squad. We also have a Legion Apothecary with Artificial Armour, a Power Sword, or Spear as you can see, and an Augury Scanner. Just to let you know, he will probably be hanging around with the Terminators. Blood Angels Troops Choice. We have 2 identically armed Breacher squads. Sergeant has Artificial Armour, a Power Fist. There's a Nucio Vox, Vexilla, and Melter Bombs throughout the squad. Due to the Rite of War, we can take a Terminator squad as a non-compulsory Troops Choice, armed as the Command Squad with a Heavy Flamer, 2 Chain Fists, and a Grenade Harness. Legion Heavy Support Choice, and we have a unit armed with the fabled Assault Cannons. The Sergeant has Artificer Armour and a Melter Bomb. The entire squad has Hardened Armour, and of course, the Assault Cannons.
Paul Dyson, we are deployed, ready to go.
Certainly are.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to this. You know, a good grud match, Zone Mortalis. It's going to be pretty cool. Paul, you've deployed quite aggressively with your infiltrate.
Yeah, I've got 3 terror squads who can all infiltrate, and I know that Dyson's got some outflankers which are going to come into my deployment zone. I know that. There's probably not a lot I can do about that. I don't want to waste units holding them back. So if I work on the assumption I'm giving away those 6 points, I really need to be aggressive and get my points back early.
Great stuff. All right. Currently, though, Paul, you're going first. Is that right?
I am, unless he concedes.
I've got a Geno, Breeze Block Dice.
Oh.
And we're going to go for the C's.
All right.
No.
Oh, negative.
That is a relief.
Never mind. Next time.
All right, let's have a friendly handshake.
Good luck, mate.
Good luck, mate. And let's get it on.
Night Lords, turn 1. Night Lords, turn 1. The missile launcher squad have run forward. The idea being is that they want to try and dominate the middle ground. They can take that door out next turn and hopefully do some damage to the Blood Angels. The Atrementar Terminators, not entirely sure what I'm going to do. I've got 2 avenues which they could go down, which I also want to secure. They can't run, so they've moved forward as far as they can. In the centre of the board, my Contemptor Dreadnought, he's opened fire on the door, which he's destroyed, so hopefully opened up quite a nice field of fire for him down the centre of the board to try and deny that to the Blood Angels. Now, my 3 Terror Squads, they haven't moved. I'm a bit worried. I don't want to run them into the open and get massacred straight away. So we've opened one of the doors for the Bolter Squad, so hopefully the Blood Angels are going to have to move to me, and then I can try and pick them apart.
Blood Angels turn 1. The Terminator and Praetor unit have walked up and opened a door. running through a mighty 1 inch. That's caused a bit of a bottleneck there. So everyone has just moved up or run 1 inch, unfortunately. The second Terminator unit did the same. Opened up a door, couldn't shoot anything, and again rolled a massive 1 in their run movement. The breachers on the right flank decided to move across, see if they could get a little pot shot at the Night Lords coming in. They've gone base to base for the 5-up invulnerable due to the Rite of War. Had a couple of shots at the Night Lords and pinged straight off their armour.
Night Lords turn 2. The missile launcher squad have pulled back. They're trying to set up a kill zone in that corridor for his Terminators who've got to come through. The Atramentar have moved forward. I'm keeping them in the centre of this tile so that I can make a decision as to which way that they run, but they're currently going to be looking as if they're going to go towards that door just ahead of them so that they can try and flank his Terminators. Moving to the centre of the board, the Mortis Dreadnought has moved up slightly, hopefully to be able to engage the main part of the Blood Angels force. The third Terror Squad unit has stayed put because it doesn't want to put itself in the firing line. On the other side, we've got the 2 Terror Squads. The first squad moved forward and had an absolutely amazing round of shooting. Managed to do 7 dead Blood Angels in 1 round, which is fantastic. However, it didn't last long because they then failed their charge, and in the process, their sergeant and another Terror Squad member got killed. The second Terror Squad have moved out of the way of the Terminators because they don't want to get toasted by those flamers, and I'm going to try and push down this side of the board to get victory points.
Blood Angels turn 2, reserves. Both sniper vets came onto the table outflanking. One promptly took up aim at the missile launcher squad and promptly wiped them out. The second unit had a look at the Terminators and managed to kill 1. In the middle of the board, the Praetor unit have run up the board after some shooting from the assault cannons, which took the door out. The breachers have moved over to another door just to sort of encircle those Terminators over there. Moving round, the breachers thought they're not scared, locked down their shields and took a shot at the Night Lords. Didn't really do anything. The Terminators moved round for a great charge into the Night Lords, which killed 3 of them and promptly caused no wounds and died. They also failed their fear check as well, so not very happy with them.
Night Lords turn 3. The first Terror Squad moved forward into the enemy's deployment zone, and they opened fire with their Volkites and wiped out the remaining Blood Angel squad, which was amazing. The second Terror Squad moved as far as they can. They were stuck behind them, so unfortunately their run move only yielded 1 inch. The third Terror Squad moved forward and also ran. The idea is I'm going to try and get these 3 squads into the opponent's deployment zone as fast as I can. The same's true of the Contemptor, who also moved forward 6 inches and then ran as far as he can. On this side of the board, the Praetor and his squad of Atramentor Terminators got a little bit of revenge on the veteran squads that came in. They managed to charge into them. Unfortunately, during Overwatch, I lost a Terminator and the Praetor also took a wound, which was unfortunate, but they made up for it by absolutely mincing the squad. The Praetor himself managed to kill 6 of them single-handedly, and then the sergeant with the Nostraman chainglaive finished off the remaining Marine.
Blood Angels turn 3. The assault cannon squad has pivoted just in case the Night Lord Terminators come running down the alleyway. We'll try and get some shots on down them. The breachers have moved up to the door and run through. Unfortunately, like I said, the Night Lord's Terminators have been running away from me. My Terminator unit and Praetor have scooted round. They did want to charge them, but you know, they've ran off. The vets, on the other hand, did what they couldn't do in the first turn when they came on and killed 3 of the Terminators, forcing a leadership check, which unfortunately the Night Lords have passed.
Night Lords turn 4. The strategy's starting to play off. We're trying to play to the mission, so we've now got the first Terror Squad. They've moved into the enemy's deployment zone, so that's victory points. Second Terror Squad are now in the opponent's deployment zone, and the third Terror Squad as well, so working to the mission. The Dreadnought moved forward and absolutely minced the Blood Angels Breacher squad with his Kerry's assault cannons. He managed to kill 6 of them, which I'm particularly happy with. On the other side of the board, I kind of made a death or glory decision with the Terminators, figuring that they were going to get dice by gunfire whatever they did. So they charged back into the second squad of Blood Angels veterans, didn't lose anybody to Overwatch fire, and managed to basically kill everybody in the squad with the exception of the sergeant and one of his friends, who promptly failed their test and are running away. So really, really happy with that.
Blood Angels turn 4. The assault cannon squad that has literally done nothing this game apart from shoot a door has moved back as we were going to charge the Terminator command squad, hoping that we'd wipe them out. Moving forward, the breachers ran further into the room, took a couple of pot shots at the Terminators, and so did the veterans, but it all came down to the charge from the Praetor and the Terminator unit. The Heavy Flamer killed a Terminator, and then the Praetor, Blood Angels Praetor, issued a challenge to the traitorous Night Lord and promptly put him down with some instant kills. This has just opened up our left flank now, and the remaining troop units that can capture will start pushing forward for the objective.
Night Lord's turn 5. Not a huge amount going on since the Praetor went down last round, so my 3 Terror squads have continued to run to make sure they're in the enemy's deployment zone. My Mortis Contemptor Dreadnought has moved up into the doorway, and he's opened fire with his twin-linked Carey's assault cannon, and luckily he's managed to completely wipe out the Blood Angels assault cannon squad, which I'm really, really happy about. Fingers crossed we go to turn 6 and he can make it into the enemy's deployment zone.
Blood Angels turn 5. The vets have rallied and gone into the deployment zone. The Terminators have done some good running and managed to get in there as well. The breachers also ran and are just about there. This could be the end of the game, but we do have a roll, and on a 3+ we go to the next turn. And we do.
Night Lord's turn 6. Not a massive amount going on. I've moved the Contemptor Dreadnought up, so he's now in the Blood Angels deployment zone. That's pretty much all I can do.
Blood Angels turn 6. Again, as just been said, it's been more about running into the enemy deployment zone. Not really a lot we can do here. We'll have to count our victory points as we're not too sure at the minute. Pointless having turn 7 because there's going to be no fighting and we're in each other's deployment zones.
That's it. What a delicate dance. There was a lot of death, but there was quite a clear ballet of Night Lords and Blood Angels kind of just avoiding and tactically playing each other, wasn't there?
Just a corridor each and just run.
There was like 2 halves to the battlefield, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, tense.
I thought the Blood Angels got the rough end, didn't they?
Early turns were actually very, very harsh, to be honest. Lost a few squads quite early on, and it was hard work coming back from that, or really pushing on to be able to do anything.
Yeah, I must admit that was really rough. I mean, the Volkites are just amazing.
Did well, didn't they?
Absolutely amazing.
Just wiped squads.
Yeah, and when your Terminators charged them, and I think they took down, was it 3? They
took 3 in Overwatch.
3 in Overwatch.
I probably failed a fear test.
Yeah.
And did 1 wound, which was saved.
Yeah.
Out of that didn't really work out.
Yeah, I must admit, this is the first time I've used Terror Squads, and I'm definitely a fan. I will be using them again.
Personally, I don't think they're that good.
I don't need to see those again.
Yeah. Don't want to see them again.
Let's have a look at the victory points now. I will be honest with you. I thought... I won't give it away. I'll just tell them as it comes. Night Lords, you scored 12 victory points for being in the opponent's deployment zone. So you had, 4 units?
4 units, 3 Terror Squads and a Dreadnought.
An amazing job. And then you also killed 4 Blood Angels units, which took you to 16. So a very commendable score. Awesome score. But Dyson, you took some initial casualties, but you brought it back at the end of the game. So you scored the same as Paul. You scored 12 victory points for all of your units at the end of the deployment zone. But you scored 1 for First Blood, 1 for Warlord, which took you to 14, and then you killed 4 Night Lord squads, so you ended up on 18. Wow! I did not see that coming.
Neither did I, to be quite honest. I think I literally got butchered in about those first 5 turns at least.
You did.
You were very unlucky with some dice, and I must admit, early on, I really did think I had it. Yeah. I really thought I had it.
Even at the end, I thought you had it.
Yeah.
So,
you were lucky for those retreating. Were they vets, weren't they?
The vets, yeah.
That they
ran 10 inches towards that board edge. That'll do.
It was not good, but yeah, they secured you the points, and there was so much more blue left on the table. But my hell, you did it.
I think you gave me a battering today. If we hadn't gone either side of the board, I think you'd have done it.
Yeah,
to be honest,
I think the dice were definitely with me today.
Yeah, they weren't with me today.
Definitely with me today. But fair play to you. Despite that, you still pulled off the win, which I'm gutted about. Absolutely gutted about.
I must admit, Dyson, you rolled
no resentment at all.
You rolled so many ones when you needed twos. It's unreal.
There's so many dice that are now going to go in the bin after this game. I wish I was actually joking.
I know these games are quick format, and we do rattle through the turns really quickly, but these guys have done a really great job describing their turns, and I know you can't see the dice rolls, we're talking about these ones, but you have to remember that the channel's desperately trying to put out 4 games a month for you guys, because you're the subscribers, you're my priority. But we're also here on a Thursday night. It's nearly 11 o'clock. we've all been to work. We're knackered.
Work tomorrow.
We've got work tomorrow. We're knackered. So that's why we've done quick formats. So we're hoping to do one of those a month. But it was really lovely to have these guys back to.
And to be fair, it works really well for me being 11 o'clock at night, because now with Sour Grapes want to go out and key his car, there'll be no one to watch me do it. So I'm quite happy with that.
It's a bit harsh, but I
love it.
I suppose you're just living up to your army rep.
Murderous.
I really thought I'd got it.
Yeah, I did.
So that's now 2 games down to the Blood Angels.
Yeah, we'll have to go like best of 5 now, won't we? To try and claw it back.
Just keep going.
So what's the plan next, guys? Have you got more units to paint? Or what sort of points are we going to see you back at next time? Do we know?
I don't really know. I mean, you've been painting loads recently, haven't you?
Yeah, because I really love staying up all night to paint an assault cannon unit that does nothing except shoot a door and then get out.
I must admit, that for me was a highlight in the game, because you were sending pictures through at like 12:30 at night saying I'm painting these, and they didn't even get to fire a shot.
It's good.
Points wise,
we might get to 3k, might we?
Yeah.
I think we will. I mean, I'm really lazy, and as I said in the previous game, I get most of my stuff commission painted because I'm just so slow, and I have got a load more stuff on order. I'm also working on a javelin, which fingers crossed we will see this side of Christmas.
Yes.
So yeah, I think we could do 3,000 points. I think we could do that.
We'll see what we can do.
I think we should up it. Make you paint even more.
Challenge,
Make me paint even more.
By night or something.
Oh no, actually, let's leave it.
Yeah. Now, as Paul said, he does commission a lot of his stuff, but he does paint a lot of his own stuff, and some of his own stuff is absolutely spectacular as well as. So, if you do want to check out, more of Paul's stuff, where can we find you?
You can find me at Goblin Workshop on Instagram.
Fantastic. If you've got any particular questions for Paul, please contact him direct. It's really difficult for us to deal with your questions through Paul as well. So if you deal with him direct. And Dyson, where can we get you?
I'm going to try and say it properly this time. So I am Scion of Baal.
Yes!
Nailed it.
We've got him. And they'll pop it on the bottom. I have taken loads of photos of this game. There's some really, really great shots with, behind a contemptor shooting down at the some of the Marines or vice versa. But some really great photos. So please go to the Facebook page, and no doubt they'll come up on Instagram for you guys to look at. Gents, all I've got to say is that it was an absolutely spectacular game. I loved it.
It was really good fun. Really good fun.
Butcher's Paradise, I think that one was, wasn't it?
It was. And that Forge World Zone Mortalis board, go out and buy one, because they are so much fun. You'll have endless days of fun with those boards. So
I must admit, I don't know about you, but I think I enjoyed that probably a lot more than a normal game.
Yeah.
It really made you think in terms of what you were going to do and where you were going to put stuff.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoyed that.
I think, it was both our first time to play Zone Mortalis. It was definitely different. I like the corridor aspect and how you had to think about how you were moving to maybe shoot a door to leapfrog another unit through, or just looking at your avenues. If at one point I literally thought we were going to go in circles around a container block chasing each other. Chasing. But then you just killed my Terminator unit, so it didn't really happen. But I really liked it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Zone now, I think.
Yeah, I think I am. Yeah.
Good stuff. All right. Well, we're dedicated to bringing you these games, and we try and bring as much Zone as possible. I know it's not massively popular, But you need to get on it. You know, Forge World have got a board. Go see them. Come to us here at Peterborough. We run a club on a Friday night. The Legion of Peterborough Wargamers. Go to the Facebook page. Come and play. All the boards that you see on the channel are available to members on a Friday night. So
and they are beautiful boards.
Oh, that's very kind.
All of them. Yeah,
very kind. So yeah, come over here, have a game. You know, and if you're keen, we'll try and get you on the channel as well. We're always looking for new people, and maybe want to take on the Night Lords or the Blood Angels,
the Butchers of Baal.
The Butchers of Baal.
I can't believe I'm really glad at it. I'm really glad at it.
That's it. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next game.